It all started with a blurry screenshot, grainy, dim, and easy to miss if you weren't paying attention. But then, the internet did what it does best. It flipped out, a crown tilted just right, a glimmer of pink peeking through the corner, and a figure frozen mid-gesture. It was unmistakable. A scene straight out of last year's South Park Worldwide Privacy Tour episode. And before you could blink, that one little image was everywhere. Twitter, TikTok, Discord. It was all happening. Fans couldn't stop talking, and who could blame them? But here's where the plot thickens. This wasn't just one still shot. Oh no, the night took an even juicier turn. By midnight, fans uncovered something even bigger, a second leak. And this time, it was a few seconds of rough animatic. We're talking basic line drawings, placeholder voices, and watermarks that were totally different from the first. The first clip had a tag that seemed to belong to South Park's screening room, but the second? Oh, it had all the hallmarks of a Family Guy leak. 2 shows, 2 different networks, and 2 roasts coming for the same couple. In the South Park clip, if it's to be believed, it's pure brutal satire. A cartoon yacht rocking in exaggerated waves with a lifeboat trailing behind and on the side. As ever, Meghan's luxury brand? Yes, the one tied to the pink rosé that no one could forget. And then, of course, Harry, the poor guy. A character modeled after him is trying to get to the spotlight, but it keeps shifting away from him, slipping, tripping, falling. It's not just a joke, it's a savage metaphor for everything the couple's been through. You can already hear the laughter.
Tell my truth. I'd make a shit ton of money out of podcasting, as I don't have any discernible talent.
This might be the smallest palace I've ever been in.
How do you stay at the top of the middle of your game?
Well, Pads, an early start's important, so my butler Perkins gets up at 5 a.m. and does a 10K for me.
Ooh, remind me to tell them the story about when I bought milk.
I think you just told it.
How do you stay at the top of the middle of your game?
Well, Pads, an early start's important, so my butler Perkins gets up at 5 a.m. and does a 10K for me.
What happened to your ring?
I gave it to the working people.
We're the working people.
Nutrition is important, so Perkins makes me a bacon sandwich in case Megs has made another one of her rank smoothies.
Wow, Harry, people don't know how tough you got it.
Why did you bring that with you again, Harry?
You know, in case someone wants a massage, I'll do a few outcalls.
What about television? Do you have a Netflix account?
Yeah, it's got about...
But hold on, Family Guy isn't pulling any punches either. The animatic might be rough, but the jokes are anything but. There's a black and white storyboard showing Peter's kitchen counter with a Prince of Wine mug. And wait, there's a royal regrettometer on the wall, with the needle shooting into the red every time someone mentions Netflix. Oh, but it gets even juicier. There's a background gag with Oprah's iconic couch silhouette, and suddenly everything's clicking. Are they seriously about to take aim at Harry and Meghan's most public moments? The leaks weren't just leaks anymore. They were treasure maps for internet sleuths. Twitter users went wild, creating side-by-side comparisons. The conversation was insane, especially when fans realized the timing. 2 shows, both dropping back-to-back episodes about the same couple. It was like a perfect storm of animated mockery.
It has been several months now since our beloved Queen has died. All Canadians are finding it hard to go on. All Canadians, that is, except for our first guest, the Prince and his wife.
It didn't stop there. The South Park animatic was only the beginning. Fans were diving into forensic-level analysis. The animatic opens with a coastline, drawn in those iconic jagged lines South Park is known for. But here's the kicker. The water wasn't just any water. No, it was dotted with cartoon yachts. And one yacht, front and center, as ever. Meghan's luxury brand, of course. It wasn't sailing smoothly, though. It was tethered to a tiny, rickety lifeboat. And inside, a character clutching a massive bottle of rosé like it was their lifeline. And the spotlight gag? Hilarious. Harry's character is desperately trying to get onto the yacht's deck, but the spotlight keeps moving away. It's a brilliant visual metaphor for how it feels like he's always chasing after attention that's just out of reach. He trips over the rosé cart, slips, falls, and the whole thing starts again. Brutal, but it gets worse. Meghan's stand-in isn't having it either. She's lounging under a giant sun hat, holding up a script that says Privacy Tour Sequel. And oh, she's giving a speech about setting boundaries, but every few seconds she yells for the camera crew to zoom in. The whole thing is just too much. And the seagull, snatching the script and flying away with it? Iconic. Meghan shrieks, "That was my narrative," before immediately ordering another rosé from the cart. The savagery.
We want privacy! We want privacy!
The South Park animatic doesn't just throw jabs. Oh no, it drags every single meme, every rumor, and every self-inflicted PR wound right into one epic set piece. And if you're a fan, you know this isn't just about love or hate. It's all about the spectacle, the drama, the entertainment, the fact that both South Park and Family Guy might be roasting the same couple back to back. That's a full-on event for meme lovers everywhere. The big question started to pop up. If this is what's leaked, what's still hidden? And let's be honest, fans couldn't wait to find out.
Hey, thanks for having us on the show. It's so awesome to be here, it's great. So let me start with you, sir. You've lived a life with the royal family, you've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book,
The leaks were only the beginning. South Park was setting the stage for a full-on PR nightmare, but so was Family Guy. And fans, they were eating it up. Each leak brought a new level of intensity, and the drama, well, it was just getting started. By now, South Park's animatic had hit the internet like a bomb. Fans were furiously dissecting every frame. The yacht scene? It wasn't just a gag. Nope, it was a full-on savage roast. And let's talk about that spotlight gag for a second. Harry? Chasing the light. Slipping, falling, never quite making it. It wasn't just funny, it was cutting. A perfect visual metaphor for a life that seems stuck in an endless loop of chasing the spotlight but never quite landing in it.
Yes, that's right, friend. You see, my wife and I are totally like, you should write a book because your family like stupid and then so are like journalists. So you hate journalists. That's right. And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family. Right. So you're a journalist.
And then there's Meghan, relaxing under a sun hat, holding a script that reads Privacy Tour Sequel, as if the universe itself is about to be graced by her words. Every few seconds, she drops the script to scream at the crew. Zoom in on me, as if the narrative was the most important thing in the world. A seagull swoops in, snatches her script, and flies away. She loses it. That was my narrative, she yells. Can you believe it? But wait, there's more. In the background, South Park hides smaller details, like a banner on the yacht railing with the words, spare parts. Oh yes, that's a jab at Harry's memoir, Spare. Because who else would they be mocking? And right behind the couple, a yacht with animated versions of William and Kate sipping tea, looking ever so smug. The smirk is a dead giveaway. Fans immediately recognized it, that tiny lip curl of William's that's become its own meme. And the end of the scene? Well, it's a disaster. The yacht gets hit by a wave, sending Harry and Meghan tumbling into the lifeboat. The rosé bottles spill into the water, floating like pink buoys as they try to scoop them up with fishing nets. The spotlight is still taunting them, just out of reach. It's brilliant, pure South Park comedy that not only makes fun of their ridiculous PR stunts, but also highlights the absurdity of their royal exit. And the real kicker, the scene isn't even the main event. According to the leaks, this is just the cold open. Imagine what's coming next. It's the kind of opener that doesn't just poke fun, it slaps you with every mistake they've ever made. Fans were practically salivating, wondering what the rest of the episode would look like. If this was just the beginning, oh, it had to get worse. Meanwhile, Family Guy wasn't exactly sitting on the sidelines. Oh no, they had their own surgical roast planned. The Royal Regretto-meter is just the start. A mug sitting on Peter's counter, labeled Prince of Wine, is almost 2 on the nose. And don't even get me started on the timeline regret device. The description of it, oh, it's perfect. What if Harry and Meghan had made different choices? Fans were freaking out. Could Family Guy really be so specific? They weren't just roasting Harry and Meghan, they were roasting their entire post-royal journey, the Netflix deals, the memoirs, the product lines, the failed podcast. And don't forget the throne of mics, an entire throne made of broken podcast microphones and cracked earbuds. It's like Family Guy is taking every single PR disaster and turning it into a perfect storm of mockery. And of course, there's Oprah too, a royal couple in California, holding a privacy contract and flipping through a book on how to manipulate streaming algorithms. It's like Family Guy read all the headlines and said, challenge accepted. But the real drama wasn't just in the content. Oh no, it was in the timing. As both shows circled the same topic, fans couldn't help but wonder, were these episodes timed to drop one after the other? A double feature roast? Simultaneous blows aimed at the couple? It was a dream come true for the meme-loving internet. If Family Guy goes first, South Park could swoop in for the last laugh, or vice versa. Either way, it was a perfect storm of drama that would leave fans reeling. And of course, what does this mean for Meghan and Harry? Oh, honey, the timing was everything. You think this is just a casual jab? Think again. These leaks weren't just teasing what was coming. They were turning into memes of their own. TikToks, Twitter threads, YouTube reaction videos, they were everywhere. The whole world was watching, and it didn't matter if you were a fan or a critic. The spectacle was too delicious to ignore. The memes started to take over. And guess what? The couple was now facing something much bigger than just 2 animated roasts. No, they were now dealing with an entire meme ecosystem built around them. These weren't just cartoons anymore. They were part of the cultural fabric. The more the internet dug, the worse it got for Harry and Meghan. It wasn't just the shows roasting them. It was the fans, the creators, and the entire internet milking every frame for what it was worth.